Okay, this is the Module 7 Topic A quiz correction video. We've been learning to use the read, draw, write process, and we actually do the read, draw, write, and write. Remember that we read it twice, once as a story, the second time pulling information out of each sentence. We draw our math model, we write an equation, and we write our word sentence. So then it says, Mrs. Jacobson is taking her son and 5 friends to a trampoline gym. The cost to enter the gym is $9 for each person. Mrs. Jacobson paid for everyone, including herself, to enter the gym. The first question, how much did Mrs. Jacobson pay for herself and her son to enter the gym? Write an equation to show how you solve the problem. So let's look back up this again. Mrs. Jacobson is one person, her son is one person, and his 5 friends. The total cost, or the cost to enter the gym, is $9 for each person. It says that Mrs. Jacobson was kind and paid for everyone, including herself, to enter the gym. Okay, so how many people did she pay? She paid 1, 2, plus 5 is 7, which is a total number. $9 each. Okay, but now let's see what the question says. The question says, how much did Mrs. Jacobson pay for herself and her son? It doesn't ask about the 5 friends. So herself and her son. From the information up here, we know that it's $9 each. So you can draw a math model. I'm going to choose to draw a strip diagram. Okay, the total is unknown. I don't know how much she paid for all of it. I know that mom's ticket, Mrs. Jacobson, was $9 and her son was $9. So I can write my equation as 9 plus 9 or 9 times 2, 2 groups of 9. Okay, either way, I'm going to come to the answer of 18. And then I'm going to write my sentence. And my sentence is just turning this question into an answer. So, Miss Jacobson paid $18 for herself and her son to enter the gym. And as always, you don't have to write all of those words. You can choose to write, she paid $18 to enter the gym. She paid $18. Any part of that, as long as it's a complete sentence and it tells me that she paid $18. Okay, question letter B, which is the second part of this one question. How much did Mrs. Jacobson pay for her son's friends to enter the gym? Okay, her son's friends. That's what I'm looking for right now, her son's friends. Well, it said he had 5 friends. Write an equation to show how you solve the problem. Okay, we also have to draw our picture. So what kind of a picture are we going to draw? On this one, I'm going to show you a strip diagram and a number bond so you can choose which one you want to do. First, I'm going to do the strip diagram. Okay. I don't know the total. That's my question mark. Okay. And then I know that I have 5 friends, so I'm going to divide this part into 5 friends. So 2, 3, 4. That gives me 5 boxes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I know that each friend is $9 because that's what it tells me right up here. $9. Okay, so from this, I should be able to write an equation. I could write 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9, or I could do this the third row way and say that I have 5 groups of 9, and 5 groups of 9 is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Or actually 5 groups of 9, 9, 18, 27, 36, 45. Let's do it that way. So 5 times 9 is 45. And then I have to write a sentence. My sentence is, she paid $45 for her son's friends. Okay, so remember, I have to have read the problem, drawn the math model, written the equation, written the sentence, and gotten the correct answer. That's the 4 parts to every problem that I'm looking for. I'm looking for a math model. I'm looking for an equation. I'm looking for a sentence. And I'm looking for a correct answer. I'm looking for these 4 things every time I check one of these problems. Okay? Using the equations you wrote in parts A and B, write a new equation to show the total amount Mrs. Jacobson spent to go to the gym. Okay? I can write the equation as 9 times 2, and I can put that in parentheses because we know how to do that, plus 9 times 5, the distributive property. Okay, but before I finish this problem, let's go back up here to this one because I promised you I would show you a number bond, and I did not do that. So the number bond is this. Here's your total. You don't know what it is. You have 5 friends, so you have 5 legs. Inside of each foot on the leg is how much each ticket cost. So if the tickets were $9, that's what you put in the feet of your... It always looks like a spider to me, so I always think of it as a spider. And this is the body of the spider, and that's the total. And then you have legs on your spider. You don't always have 8 legs on these math spiders. So you have 5 legs, and you have 5 feet, and inside of each foot is how much it cost. All right, let's get back to this one. So using the equations, so here are these 2 equations, which would be 18 plus 45, which would be the same as 9 times 7 is also how you can see this, because you have 9 times 7, it's 63. 9 times 7 is 63. We paid $9 for each ticket, and a total of 7 people went in. That's where those numbers come from. 2, that's mom and son and son's friends. So mom and son plus son's friends is 9 times 7. Okay, if I'm going to draw a picture, I'm going to draw a strip diagram. And I'm going to use my 2 equations in here, okay? My total was the unknown. One equation is 9 times 2, and the other equation is 9 times 5. And then I'm going to put even another part on here, and I'm going to write 18 and 45. Okay, now let's write our sentence. Miss Jacobson spent $63 for everyone to enter the gym. Here's the problem I know. I know that a lot of you wanted to go to this step right here without these 2 steps here. And I told most of you, slow down, trust the process, and just answer the questions. This one makes it look hard. It's not. What's the total amount? Well, we just wrote it right here. The total amount spent was $63. Okay, last question on this side. Mrs. Jacobson gave her son and friends, so her son is 1 person, and remember he has 5 friends, $48 to spend on snacks and drinks. So I have $48. each child received the same amount of money, how much did each child receive? Okay, think of it this way. Miss Jacobson reached into her purse and she grabbed $48, and she gave $48 to her son. And she says, okay, everyone needs to get the same amount of money, and you have to share this money with all of your friends. So Jacobson, her son, takes his money, and he has a total of $48 to start with. Since I know the total, I'm going to write it right here. And I know that there are 6 friends, so I'm going to divide my strip diagram into 6 friends. And I don't know how much each of those friends got. Okay, so now I have an equation. I have a total. These are equal groups. When I'm using equal groups, I know I'm dividing. And I have 6 friends. Okay, so I don't know what goes in here. What goes in those units on the strip diagram? Well, if you count by 6s, up to 48. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48. That's 8. So 6 times 8 is 48. So 48 divided by 6 is 8. Then I have to write my sentence. Each child gets $8 to spend. Okay? Remember to pause that video if you need it, or rewind it, however you need to do it. All right, here's our next question. I'm going to zoom us in just a little bit. At the bakery, there are 20 chocolate cookies and 16 peanut butter cookies left at closing time. The cookies are placed equally into 4 boxes. How many cookies are in each box? Okay, pretend with me. You are at the bakery and you've closed up shop for the day, and you go to pull out the empty trays of cookies, and you see that you have 20 chocolate cookies and 16 peanut butter cookies. Okay? We don't know the total number of cookies. Actually, this is not what I'm going to do. We're going to set this up just a little bit different because it's going to be a 3-tiered. Okay? I don't know the total. I'm going to put the total on the bottom, in the middle here. Okay? But I know that I have 20 chocolate chip or chocolate cookies, and I have 16 peanut butter cookies. So how many cookies do I have all left over? Well, I can erase that because I know that 20 plus 16 is 36. Okay? So I have a total of 36 cookies. Then it says the cookies are placed equally into 4 boxes. So I'm going to turn this into my 4 boxes. So I have 4 equal groups. So now, here's my equation so far. 20 plus 16 equals 36. Then I have 36, and I have 4 equal groups. So just on that, like on that last problem, we're going to divide because we're doing equal, right? That's what it says right there, equal groups into my 4 boxes. And what this will tell me is how many cookies are inside of each box. Well, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36. So that tells me there are 9 cookies inside of each box. Because 36 divided by 4 equals 9. My question is, how many cookies are in each box? There are 9 cookies in each box. There is another way that you could solve this. You could solve this by saying, okay, I'm going to take my 20 chocolate cookies and I'm going to go ahead and put those in the box. So 20 divided by 4. Well, I know that 4 times 5 is 20. And then I'm going to take my 16 peanut butter cookies and I'm going to put those into the box. 16 divided by 4 equals 4. 4, 8, 12, 16. So so now inside of my box, I don't know the total, but I know that I have 4 peanut butter cookies and 5 chocolate cookies. 4 plus 5 equals 9. You would still get that there are 9 cookies inside each box. So whichever way you choose to solve this is correct, as long as you have your sentence, your picture, whether you chose to do a strip diagram or some other math model, and your equations. Okay? Remember that number 3 was a bonus question, so whether you got it correct or not doesn't matter. But I'm going to go ahead and go over it with you just so you know how to solve it, because this is more thinking and less equation-y math here. Mr. Meyer's math class starts at 10:15. His class does 4 fluency activities that each last 5 minutes. Just when they finish all their fluency activities, they have to go to an assembly. And when the class returns to the room after the assembly, it is 11:20. So how many minutes were they gone for the assembly? Well, so in my mind, I started at 10:15. And then I did 4 fluency activities that lasted 5 minutes. So 4 activities at 5 minutes equals 20 minutes. So 10:15 plus the 20 minutes takes me to 10:35. Okay? Because 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Now, I have to go to assembly. And when I get back, it's 11:20. Whoops. So the assembly time is this. So 10:35, I'm just going to count by 5s until I get to 11. Okay? 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. Oops, that's not right. There's only 60 minutes in an hour, so go back. 10:35, 10:40, 10:45, 10:50, 10:55, 11 o'clock. So I have 5-minute sections, so that's 25 minutes until I got to 11, okay? And then I have 20 minutes once it got to be 11, okay? So I have my 25 minutes to get me to 11, and then 20 minutes after I got to 11. So 25 plus 20 equals 45 minutes. So the assembly was 45 minutes. Oh, I've not got you in the screen. Sorry, guys. Okay. All right. Like I said, this one was less picture drawing and equation. This one is more of a thinking task, making you want to think mathematically and see how your brain can get from 10:15 until 11:20 and figure out all the activities that happened in that time. All right.